a man who has been robbed of his memories and has to reattach, and wants with all of his heart to go back and relive that scene. And realizes he's off after the flash dies down by 27 years. The most user-unfriendly camera a fellow ever saw. He realizes he takes the old gold van out there to pick up his little girl to go to the zoo. Like in a Twilight Zone episode, he won't find the same person. One jolt from hell after another comes at a fella for wanting to do the right thing. And the dream is ripped apart. I can't really rip it apart. I can only tell you that it's like I'm on stage. I'm not really. This is real life to me. And I had this quandary. How does a Hoover Husky dramatist, what does he do after the set? I save his purpose. Ancient memories say you tear the set down. I don't know how. I have too much respect for myself to walk into that kind of a trap on blind Hollywood faith that injustice will be rectified, or on comic book belief that evil won't prevail. In a cast of one. The little girl related to me, whom I love so much, is no longer the same. And when I say I loved her, I have ancient memories of putting my body between hers to protect her from black-booted thugs. When I didn't know about the Sabbath, or it wasn't opened up to me, we could do this of a Friday night when the production was over. Only I had help. All of Mrs. Law's students at my disposal, if necessary, and stuff didn't fall out of my pocket. And the Incredible Hulk was only a comic book character that I barely knew about. And I'm always the one who didn't want to throw away today's comic. I wanted to save it and let it ripen and mature. If it was the American flag, I'd pull it with respect before disposing of it and put it in some sort of bag. So no, it's not the Twilight Zone. It just feels like it. Because the man asked himself, what eyebrows would be raised if the vehicle was surrounded and searched? The question would be raised, where's the little girl? In a day and age when children disappear like popcorn in a bowl at movie time. And you have to ask, who the little girl was? October the 20th, 1987. Someone who wrote 2 years later and said, Dad, I really, she wrote it in Hebrew, love you. And I can prove it maybe in another segment. And then I had to wait, till I could do this with a minimum amount of pain. Because for a sentimentalist, someone even romantic, to hurt an image might be hurting a person. If one believes in, the Mexican, African cult of voodoo. If they practice that in Mexico, I've heard they do. But it's supposed to be alright to reveal the truth and facts in documentaries. If someone is not quite terribly unafraid. And at the end of summer, it was a nice dream. Not an ice cream, it was a nice dream. Mrs. Laws would be proud of me if I was in 1970 or 69 right now. She wasn't terribly enthused about my performance as Marshal Herod in Crucible. I might have been okay as a stage. And all I can say is for the sentimentalist or the romantic, the thought stands. Do 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 I remember my grandfather, he used to hum.